Hi, this is Rainbow Harmony, here to help you find balance and peace to live a more colorful life. And welcome back to my channel. In today's Pick a Card reading, we are going to be exploring what message do you need to hear right now at this moment. So to receive this reading, simply relax, take some deep breaths, ground your energy, and you can set your intention for this reading or ask a question. And then choose the card that you feel drawn to the most. Number 1, number 2, or number 3. Once you have chosen, head down below to the comments or the description where the timestamps are posted, and you can just click on that timestamp and instantly be fast forwarded to your part in the reading. And I will see you soon. For those of you who choose number 1, let's see what message do you need to hear right now whenever you've come across this reading. Wow, the thing I really love about these cards is how straightforward they are. So the first card we got was Lead, and that card came out on its own. And I'm getting this big message for you that, yeah, you are at a place in your life where you need to take the lead right now. You might be feeling like you are waiting for permission, or you're waiting until you have enough knowledge or enough experience, or until you're old enough, or until it's the right time. Basically all those excuses that we tell ourselves in our head of like why we can't move forward with our dream or with our ideas or with our plan. And this is telling you you're gonna have to be the one to take the lead here. There might be certain parts of this plan you have or this idea you have in your head that you don't know how to do. You don't know what the next step is. You don't know where to go. And I'm facing that in my life right now. I can really identify with this message because I have a big idea that I want to see through, and I'm so lost on it right now. I'm like, where do I start? And so I've been doing a lot of research. I've been taking notes. Like, that's where I would suggest that you start with, is really start researching. However, don't get stuck in the research, because sometimes we sit there and research forever and we use that to not move forward as well. So this is telling you you're an artist. You have a gift, some type of artistic gift. Like, this is the path for you forward. You need to take the lead in this area of your life, whether it's with some paintings that you want to bring out into the world, or perhaps it's like a clothing brand you want to start, or maybe you want to write books, or perhaps you want to model or dance or act, some type of artistic gift. Maybe you're good at making things with your hands. There's something artistic that is very important to you. And now is one of the most amazing times to be an artist. And I'm not just talking about a career here, because it's possible that your artistic gifts and this side of you is going to be a huge part of your career and how you draw financial abundance into your life in the future, or maybe a good side hustle. But even if it's not that, it's important to do activities in your life that bring you pleasure and that bring you joy and that allow you to express yourself. And I know that us artists, when we're not making our art, or when we give up on our art, we get so depressed. And so we're seeing this message here that you might be feeling restless lately. Maybe you're feeling a little restless. I'm sure certain events in the world that have been going on lately could be contributing to this, but it's possible that you've disconnected from your artistic side or from some of the ways that you like to express yourself. And there's this message that there are people who are out there who will appreciate these gifts. That's one of the most beautiful things I've realized about being an artist, is the people that you meet, the friends that you make, the people you have an opportunity to collaborate with or share your gifts with. That's the most amazing part of being an artist, is being able to share it and bring it out in the world and to be able to connect with and inspire others. So there's this message, it's time to take the lead with your artistic gifts, with your artistry, with this idea, there are people out there who will appreciate what you have to offer. And there's this beautiful message that if you are willing to stay devoted to this path, you will advance forward. So if you feel like you've been stuck, ask yourself, have I been devoted? That's a hard thing to ask yourself, because sometimes it's easy to make the first painting or to write the first page of the book or to record the first YouTube video. But have you been consistent? And consistency doesn't mean that you have to do it every single day. Chances are you've got a job, you've got a life. Some of you guys have kids and things going on in your life. And so I get it. There's a lot going on here. So being devoted can be tough. But if you're not seeing advancement, that's not a reason to give up. Ask yourself, have I been devoted enough? And maybe you need to start thinking about how can you create space to stay consistent with your artistry and take the lead here. So this is about your environment. You need sacred space in order to create as an artist. And no matter what living situation you're in, if you have a little corner, if you have a special place you can go, or if you have your bedroom or like a little desk you can set up, that'd be really great. Maybe that's the first action step you can take. As spring comes, it's a great time for spring cleaning. So maybe get rid of things and get rid of the clutter, organize your space, get a little desk or hang up a little vision board, get that little corner in your home and set aside some time and some space for yourself to create. Have everything set up. I did this recently. I have my paints. They were just stuck in a drawer and I took out my paints and all my painting stuff and I have it out on a desk in my living room so that if I want to sit down and paint, everything's set up. It's just kind of staring me in the face. Like I see it every time I walk by. It's like paint. Don't forget to paint. You know, you gotta keep those reminders going. So this is your environment. This could also be maybe putting on some relaxing music or lighting a candle, creating like an ambience around you when you're getting ready to create. That way it gives your body that signal and that symbol that we're going to relax and we're going to go within now, and it's just creating a sacred environment around your creations. And this could even be talking about creating space, like starting to reorganize your routine so that you can give yourself 5 or 10 minutes a day to stay consistent with your passion, with your artistry. I've been working on this lately. I've been trying to wake up earlier so I have a longer day, and I rearranged some stuff in my schedule to make some more time, and it's helped. So I know that no matter what your schedule is, you've got to have 5 or 10 minutes and give yourself that time. You're being told to build towards your passion right now. It's time to build. It's time to lead. So let's see if there's any final messages for you. Let's pull from the traditional tarot and we'll also pull from the Wildwood deck. Anything else you need to know? This is the 10 of Hearts reversed. That's so surprising. This is the message. This is a message about like a happy home, a happy family, celebration, like an abundant home life. And this is reversed. Maybe you haven't been feeling so happy. Maybe you've been feeling disconnected from others. Maybe you don't feel like there's anything to really celebrate in your life right now. And so, and this reminds me of this Restless card right here. I feel like the 10 of Hearts or 10 of Cups reversed totally describes that restless feeling. So this could be the answer. This could be the way forward for you. Maybe experiment with this a little bit. Some of these messages, ask yourself, what does this mean to you? What action do you feel like you're being called to take in light of these messages, and see if that will help. Anything else you need to know? Well, now we're getting another reversal here. This is the Three of Bows, the fulfillment card reversed. This is feeling unfulfilled. So feeling restless, feeling unfulfilled. Maybe this is how you're feeling lately, and that's okay. Career opportunity reversed, no career opportunities. Maybe you've reached a dead end in your life where you're looking around and you're realizing you're not feeling fulfilled, you're feeling restless, you're not feeling like you have a community, feeling like there's not a lot of career opportunities. And so that's why you're being called to take the lead. You're being called to create an opportunity for yourself, create a way for you to connect with others, create fulfillment, build on your passions. So let me know what you think in the comments below. I'm so interested to see if this resonates with you, especially because today we didn't have any questions or any topic here. So let me know what you think, and I will see you next time. Peace out. For those of you who choose number 2, we're going to pull some cards to see what do you need to hear at this moment. When you've come across this reading, what do you need to hear? Messages for you for right now. Wow, this is such a big message. So, what I'm seeing from these cards is a need for you to find stability in your life. Sometimes we get so caught up in our survival and in trying to create stability that we forget how important it is for us to have adventures and to indulge in life. So this message for you is all about balance. It's telling you that as you establish stability in your life, that opens up doors for you to be able to follow your purpose and connect with your calling. If you're always in survival mode, there's going to be no time and no energy to pursue your calling, to pursue your purpose, and to define that for you. And sometimes that's the trick, there's a lot of fear energy going out there in the media, in the news, with what's going on in our world. And it's important not to completely detach from what's going on in the world. It's important to understand and to take part and to participate in creating a better world. But don't let what's going on outside tell you that you can't have something else inside. You're the one who gets to dictate your perception towards this life. You're the one who gets to dictate what your truth is in this world. And so that's where we come back to stability being a mindset and it being something that you choose. Because it's possible as we go through life that there will be many things that are happening that are kind of in flux. You could be between two places. You could be in between relationships. You could be neither here nor there. How do you navigate those transitional periods when it's hard to find stability? Now, we're told that stability comes from a relationship, from having a home, from having a certain amount of money in the bank, from, looking a certain way to, acting a certain way, to having this piece of paper. We're just told this is what stability is. But what I find is funny in my own life is every time that I've kind of checked off like a little stability thing, something that the man or society tells me this is going to make me feel secure and stable, it's never enough. It's never enough. And so that's when you realize, okay, true stability comes from within. Because when I feel stable inside, when I feel genuinely stable inside of me and I feel secure inside of me, then it's easier for me to manifest that on the outside. Remember, as above, so below, as within, so without. And so this is telling you to create stability inside of you, genuine stability so that you can rely on yourself, so that you can trust yourself, so that you feel like you can make space for bliss, so you can make space for adventure. This is a mindset, a lifestyle that you have to choose. And you have to choose this regardless of whatever fortune you have, regardless of what is in your bank account, regardless of your status in life. You have to choose, I trust this life, I choose this life, I trust myself, and I know I'm here for a reason. And maybe the truth that you come to will be different than mine. That's something I've realized, but what is your truth? So you're being called here maybe to think about some mantras. I would encourage you, like after this video is over, to just open up a note in your phone and write down a couple of affirmations for yourself or mantras of like what you really want to believe about your life that will ground you. Affirmations that will remind you of the stability you truly have inside of you. Something that makes me feel stable and secure and cared for is when I go out into nature and I see how well the animals are being cared for just by Mother Nature, to see just how well the plants and the trees and everything thrives despite what we're doing to this planet. That's a whole other conversation, but it's a miracle. And you'll find that you're a part of this world, you're part of nature, you'll be taken care of too. And you can take care of yourself. You can be resourceful just like the animals. You can be resourceful just like the plants and the trees. And that's something you want to remember, is that you're always taken care of and you can take care of yourself. So this is something that takes time to work on as you go through different situations that challenge you and that provide contrast to your life, to always be searching for that inner stability, that place where you tell yourself, no matter what happens, I'm going to be okay. I'm going to take good care of me. I'm going to make the best decision I can in this moment. And I'm going to trust myself here and now. And I know that I can trust my future self, because since I'm doing what I can here in the moment and I'm taking good care of me now, I know that future me will make good decisions and that will take good care of me then as well. That might be what this little message is about as well, is to be able to trust your future self. You might be worrying a lot about the future, but remember, future you has your back. That's something I tell myself all the time when I start worrying about the future. I say, future promise has my back. She's going to make sure I'm well taken care of, and she's going to make good decisions. And I know that because I'm taking care of me now and I'm making good decisions now. So let's pull some more cards for you to see what else you need to hear. This is, oh my gosh, they're telling you to get out of your head. This is the Three of Swords, and this is a message of, I mean, just look at this image. This person is just so upset and traumatized and overwhelmed, and there's just opposing energy coming at them from all angles. This could be how we attack ourselves in our head. We can be our own worst enemy sometimes, right? That inner critic inside of us. The trick isn't to completely silence the inner critic, because it's probably always going to be there. It's making friends with the inner critic, asking yourself, who is this voice? Who is this inner critic? And where are they coming from? Your inner critic is coming from two places. Either it's just fear, and fear is false evidence appearing real. And fear, a lot of times, is just trying to keep you safe. It's just looking out for you. It's a survival mechanism. Anytime there's a change or something out of the normal, there's going to be an alarm that goes off on your head that tells you, like, don't do it, don't go forward, don't take that step. It could be a really good decision that you want to make or a great idea you have, but if it's anything out of the normal, it's probably going to be your inner critic coming up, trying to get you to stay back, stay with what's normal, stay with what's predictable. So it's either coming from the inner critic trying to keep you safe, or it's coming from the past. The things people have said about you in the past, the ways people have bullied you. Sometimes it's like old teachers, old bullies from school. Sometimes it's like people who used to be your friends. It could even be family. Just things people have said, like an old boss, employees, coworkers, just people sometimes say mean things to you or say things that rub you wrong or get in your head or judge you. And over the years, you start to accept these things people are saying about you. And then you beat yourself up with it. Like it becomes like a tape that plays in your head. So especially if you've been raised with someone who has low self-esteem or low anxiety or bad anxiety, if you hang out with anxious people and you sometimes pick up on that, on other people's fears, on other people's worries. If you have a friend who's going through a hard time, like you want to be there for them, be present. But if like that's who you're spending all your time with, you might start to feel like a little anxious or absorb some of that yourself, especially if you're an empath and you absorb energies like a sponge. And so this is just telling you, know where this is coming from. Maybe it's coming from a good place and your inner critic is just trying to keep you safe. And you have to start telling yourself, you know what? I'm going to move forward. It's okay. I'm safe. It's safe for me to move forward and try something new. It's safe for me to take this risk. I choose this path. It's in alignment with me. You kind of just have to work past it. Or you have to start reminding yourself, you know what? I choose not to believe what these people have said about me. I reclaim my power. I take it back, and I don't accept that as my truth anymore. So doing some meditation, affirmations, journaling, or talking to a licensed therapist, counselor if you need to about some of this stuff that's going on can help. And I see it getting better. I see it easing up. This is the Queen of Swords reverse. It's telling you at this time in your life, it might not benefit you as much to overthink things and to be in your head so much. It's time to follow your heart. So beautiful. I honestly see some really great energy coming into your life. These are some tips that are going to help you get to the next phase in your life and be able to embrace the adventures that are coming your way. So let me know what you think in the comments below. I'm really interested this time since I didn't really have any topic or question going into this. We just totally flowed with the message today. If it resonates with you and was what you needed to hear, let me know in the comments below and I will see you next time. Peace out. For those of you guys who choose number 3, let's go ahead and get your message. What do you need to hear right now? This specific moment that you've come across this reading, what do you need to know? Wow. I love this deck because it's just so specific. So yeah, there's a move that's going to be happening in your life sometime soon. I mean, I'm just assuming. I feel like these cards are speaking pretty clearly here. Soon you're going to move. So this could be quite literal. Some of you guys might be planning to literally move house. Like it could be moving to a new apartment or a new home or purchasing a home, or it could be moving abroad or moving to another state or area, maybe even just moving somewhere. And so this could be something you've been thinking about. And this soon card is telling you that this is a possibility. This is a possibility. Some of you guys already have these plans underway. Some of you guys might be laughing because you're sitting in a room full of boxes packing as you're listening to this. And if that's you, let me know below because that would be so cool if you picked this one. So some of you guys have already got this locked down. But for those of you guys who don't, I'm seeing this message that it's time to start thinking about a strategy with this move or else it's never gonna happen. Okay, it does seem like this is meant to be, especially because you came across this message, but it's time to think of a strategy. You're probably just worried about your security. Like, how am I going to make this happen? And it might also have to do with like your financial situation. You're being told like, yes, there is some confusion you're dealing with when it comes to your job or your financial situation right now. And you're being called to diversify, maybe open up another stream of income. If you're just working the 9-to-5 job or salary, know that there are opportunities out there for you to have a side hustle or to get some more income into your life. I mean, there's so many ideas. My advice for you would be don't go for a cash grab. And I don't really believe in getting rich quick. Whatever you do will take time and will take investment. So it might as well be something that you enjoy. Like if you love to go yard selling and garage selling, start flipping stuff. You know, look, I follow Gary Vee. Do any of you guys follow Gary Vee? He's really into this. He loves to look up on eBay and see like when he's yard selling what things are going for. And then he will give people like just find a good price for it and then flip it and resell it. If you love collecting clothing and vintage shopping, you could open up a Depop. If you love creating things with your hands and making crafts, you can sell some things on Etsy. If you love working with makeup, you could try getting into makeup artist work. I did that. I didn't actually go to school for it, but I did train for a while, and I worked as a makeup artist for a while. So there's different things you can do. There's different skills that you can build, and there's ways to open up a little side hustle. And I just see something about you being able to diversify right now being helpful for you. It might even be telling you to get 2 jobs. But I think that's very specific, maybe to just a couple people who are watching here who are thinking, should I get another job or something? There's just this message here about diversifying your skills or your jobs. Now, there is a new opportunity for prosperity coming in. New prosperity blessing. That is like standing out to me as like a little chunk of this message. New prosperity blessing. It's possible that there is a new way for you to bring prosperity and abundance into your life. And I'm thinking financial here. I really think this message has to do with like your job and your living situation. So you might be frustrated because you're going to be called to release some things that might be very comfortable for you. Like I remember I worked this one job for almost 13 years. And it was very comfortable for me, but I had other ideas for what I wanted to do with my life, and I wanted to build other skills. So I had to take a risk to leave that job behind. And at first I just like cut my hours down, and I had to like budget and really almost struggle so that I could create some extra space for me to start working and building new skills. So it was frustrating for me, and I had to release something that no longer served me that was actually like a huge source of security for me, and I had to start building in another direction. So maybe that's what you're being called to do. You might be called to release something that was very secure for you. Maybe some of you guys are going to be going from living in your own place to getting a roommate so that you can save some money and start investing in your dream. Maybe you're having to move out of the city and go back to the suburbs. It might be something kind of like that, where this move might not feel like it's a step up. It could feel like a step back, but it actually ends up being a huge blessing for you and just amazing opportunities. Now, I do see some of you guys are moving up. You're moving forward. And that's what this is about. Like, your strategy is moving you forward. You might not be physically moving, but you have a new idea. And there's this message that, like, to choose this path. Like, the path of the most security in your life is always going to be the path that is the most fun for you. I always tell people, choose the path of your inner child. What would your inner child choose? Choose that path. That's going to be the most stable, secure thing you can do, because money and abundance flows where your energy and passion goes. Whatever you're the most energetic about and passionate about, pursue that. Be smart. Sometimes you don't want to quit your day job on a whim. Sometimes you have to hustle and save up and do the hard work. We talked about some of you guys might need to get 2 jobs or open up a side hustle here. Use your head, but you follow your heart, and then your logic helps you to take the action steps that you need to make your ideas, your vision, a dream. So this is the no card. I think it's telling you, stop telling yourself no. It's time to release that. The frustration in your life has been coming. Some of it could be coming from you are shutting yourself down and telling yourself no before you've even given yourself a chance. Have you ever told somebody about an idea of yours before and been like, oh, I want to start this podcast and I think it's going to be great and I'm so excited to share this with you? Have you ever shared something like that with a friend or someone before, and they've turned around and told you, well, did you think about how you're going to market that? Or is that really like a good use of your time? Or how much money are you really going to make doing that? Or, it's really hard, I heard, to get followers. Or, do you even know what you want to talk about? Or like, how are you going to do it with that microphone that you have? Like, what's your setup? Like, so have you ever had anybody talk to you like that before? That sucks, right? And what I'm seeing here in these cards is you might be talking to yourself like that. You might be telling yourself those types of things, shooting yourself down before you've even had the chance. So my message to you is, anybody who is talking to you like that, do not tell them about your dreams or your passions, and consider whether or not they really deserve a place in your life. Just a thought. Also, when you catch yourself talking to yourself like that, just send love to that side of yourself, because that side of yourself just wants you to do really well, might be a little perfectionistic, might be just wanting you to do your best. You got to remind that side of yourself, I'm going to do my best. I'm going to take the risk. I'm going to just do this, and who cares if my first draft or my first attempt is lame? You got to start somewhere, right? So allow yourself to create. Let go of perfectionism. Stop telling yourself no, and allow yourself to create. There's a lot of blessings coming for you on this path. So let's see if we can pull you any more cards. What else do you need to know today? Anything else you need to know? Eight of Wands. This is a really good card. These flew out too. This is a message of your manifestation abilities being very strong right now, being super heightened, and all you have to do is just open your arms to receive, and it's yours. So this is about cultivating receptivity. This is about creating space, creating room in your life to make these changes. I think this is really just a go for it card. Every time I see the Eight of Wands, I always think of like, it's yours, go for it. It's already yours, like it's manifesting. Allow yourself to receive. Now, the Temperance card reversed. This sometimes means patience or taking your time, but I think this is telling you your time's up, no more waiting, time to take a risk. And this might also be telling you it's never too late, because some of you guys might feel like you're out of time, or like your clock is ticking, or that it's too late for you to pursue some of your passions, but it's definitely never too late. And the Ace of Swords, this is asking you to take up the sword, take action, take the bull by the horns, take life in your own hands. It's like a, if not now, then when kind of message. I love this butterfly here. It's a new life, a new beginning. The symbol that you too can transform, you too can change. You have access to the same cycles of transformation that the butterfly has access to, that the animals have access to, that the frog has access to. Just like when the caterpillar goes into the cocoon to become a butterfly, you too can change and transform and morph and choose something new and create something new in your life. You don't have to stay bound and stuck to your old form. So yeah, I love this message for you. All the messages today were so uplifting. Let me know what you think in the comments below, especially because I haven't done a reading like this in a while where I've just gone for it and we haven't had a topic. So if this did happen to resonate with you, let me know all about it. And I will see you next time. Peace out.